I just talk a lot. Somebody's like, do it, whip your dick. I'm like, oh, no, I can't do that. I'm married.
What does that have to do with it?
Mm.
Has it stopped you any other time?
So I gotta do it in front of people. You make it seem like it's a routine thing. Like, ma'am, does this look like a lump to you?
Yeah.
Does this look like? Oh, good. Does this look like a lump to you?
I would say I'm surprised that this is how we're going, but it's not even a surprise anymore.
Listen. Come here. Listen. Not all dicks have the Snickers thing. Look.
Fiore, what's going on?
No, thank you.
Oh my god.
Worth it.
We made it to December. Yes, it has been almost another year of this crazy show.
Hey, Fiore. Oh, Raiju Kaiju Connection.
Hey. I
Yes.
haven't seen you in a while.
Yes.
Oh,
The Raiju
wait,
Kaiju Connection.
what?
You've been-
When did we start talking about cheating on our spouses? What?
No,
Wait, that wasn't
No.
what the conversation
My
was.
wife assumes that I whip my dick out like people drive show off their fancy sports cars. Like, yeah, ladies, look at this. And they're like, it's like a fucking Tic Tac. It's not worth looking at. It's like a warm Tic
People
Tac.
like
It's a
Tic
little bit
Tacs.
squishy.
Oh, ew.
God, I don't. Welcome to another month of Dissect That Film
Everybody leaves.
live. Welcome to the show. We are here to cover November 2023, meaning we only have 1 month left of 2023. And yeah, we got a lot to talk about between all the wonderful shows that we have put out this month, all the shows that we have coming up in December, and what is going to be coming in 2024, because it's going to be starting off a little bit different than we've ever done in the almost 3 years of the show. So stay tuned. We got a lot to talk about.
It's definitely going to be me at least once. Sorry.
But
Parker's just shut up.
Dan, Angela, it's always a pleasure having you here.
Oh,
Thank you, sir.
always. Thank you for having us. I was ready. I even did it because I was like, is he going to introduce us? I got to do the thing.
You know us already.
We just got to do the thing.
Well,
There's gonna be an audio
yeah, for
version.
anyone who doesn't know who we are, I am Brett Parker, and those wonderful humans over there are my wonderful co-hosts Dan and Angela of DNA Gaming, and we are Dissect That Film, where we dissect films. That's pretty much the basis. Like, it's really easy to describe the show because that's kind of what we do. We take the plots, we dissect them. Right,
Since
Dan?
people are here, yes. Well, hey, listen, I got told I can't do that.
Excited.
You got told
Dustin!
you couldn't do what?
You couldn't what?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, he's already made the thumbnail. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it. I'm sorry, Dustin. I'm going to be on their thing about the new Godzilla movie, which we're watching tomorrow. And he said, no dissecting. I was like, I can't. That's what I do. Like, I can't not.
That's my specialty. Ryan
That's what he
Sanchez, what's
said.
going on? Welcome to the show.
How's it going, Brian?
That's a profession.
I was like, I can't not do it. What am I supposed to do?
Before we even get any farther, we're all drinking something tonight. So let's start over there. What do you guys got going on? What do you guys drinking tonight?
My usual. I went
All right.
back to my
Is
usual.
it what flavor we got?
It's
America flavored.
no, it's white cherry or something like that.
10%.
It just it tastes suspiciously like gun oil and fentanyl. Like, oh, this is what America tastes like.
It has sucralose in it. That's why I drink it.
If anyone wonders
Damn it.
why we don't have like large numbers,
What it is?
point at Dan.
I am
his
so
fault.
sorry. Yes. What flavor did you say, babe? I'm being
It's
rude.
white cherry. We looked it up.
Listen.
It's not on the can.
If
It's
it's-
not bomb pop flavor.
If
is
it's
it, or-
anything that has a American flag or is red, white, and blue, it's always white cherry every
Yeah, it's
fucking time. It
White
doesn't
cherry.
matter what it is. Oh
Okay.
man.
I've had the green apple and the fruit punch, and this one's the best out of the ones that I've tried.
I'm going back to my old favorite. I got Twisted Tea Peach. I haven't been drinking as much lately. I've been trying not to, but tonight felt like the night.
Actually,
Yeah, screw it.
Fiore asked, what movies have we seen in November? Not including. I'm gonna continue the question. Not including the ones we've covered on the show. But before that, Dan, what are you drinking?
Okay, he didn't hear me. So I'm gonna do it again.
Oh, sorry. I was
No.
I was looking at the chat real quick.
No, it's okay. I will reiterate just in case. I apologize, Parker. I was just Twisted Tea Peach.
Okay.
I said I haven't been drinking as much alcohol lately, and it felt like a night to have. I'm sorry. I'm just out of line today.
I am drinking Jim Beam bourbon with ginger ale.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. In my trademark gigantic mason jar.
You have to drink it out of the mason jar.
It's like
Has
a quart
to.
jar.
Bro, I'm so old. Like, actually graduated, full-time job, girlfriend. Like, oh my god. Hey,
Nice,
Hey.
Raiju.
There
Dude,
we
we haven't
go.
heard that from you. Raiju is like he used to listen to our streams a long time ago, and then life happened, and he hadn't been around in a while, which is fair, obviously, by what he stated. So we're very happy for him, and he's the man. Raiju's dope as fuck.
hell yeah. So yeah, let's talk about the movies that do you guys remember like any movies that you guys have watched that weren't covered on the show this month?
Don't you dare say that one. That was me.
We watched it,
Was
didn't
it?
we?
I know.
The Giant Claw.
Well, against your involuntarily for you.
We still watched
Giant
it.
Claw is fucking wonderful. We will talk about that on the show.
Did
I
I
will.
complain?
Yes.
No.
A little
Oh, and
bit.
speaking of monster movies, before we move on, patrons of the $3 and $5 tier got their second episode of November. I know today is December 1st, but I was a little behind on releasing stuff. So you got your second episode of the Monster Zone for November today, which was the War of the Colossal Beast. So that is now available on Patreon at the $3 and $5 tiers. So make sure if you want to listen to that wonderful show that is hosted by Dan and Angela, make sure to go to patreon.com/dissect that film and become a patron at the $3 or $5 level, and you can get that show.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can hear about where the man gets in a flashback sequence. A man gets killed by a giant syringe.
Yeah.
100% happens.
100% does. Yeah. You're not wrong.
There's only 2 other movies that I have posted on Twitter that we've watched.
There is one more, but we'll.
Well, see, I watched Misery in Discord.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's probably some other
Yeah.
stuff we didn't post about too.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
I have a
was
lot.
Like, I'm watching this.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
So of course, I use Letterboxd, so I log in. I log in all of my movies I watch.
Oh, we also watched Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving too.
Me
Oh.
too.
Was that?
Me too.
Yeah, we watched it.
It was
It was
me.
every year.
Me and my youngest we were home alone, and we were making dinner, and I was like, let's watch something. So I just threw on Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and it distracted him.
Did you watch both of them? Like the one like at their house and then the Pilgrim one afterwards?
There's more than one.
Well, like in the thing, it's like there's the
Yeah,
first
I
one,
watched
you know,
the
where they're-
entire. Yeah, I just watched the
Okay,
one
yeah.
where he has to do his own Thanksgiving, and then Snoopy is like has to dress up as a pilgrim.
Well, then there's actually I don't know which version on our. There's also
We
the
have
other one where
the
there's
Blu-ray.
actually it retells the events of like the Mayflower and stuff like that.
Oh
but with
no, I
the
don't.
kids in it.
I don't think so. I don't think I.
I don't know.
I watched
Our
that.
version just automatically rolls into it.
I
Okay.
hit play all.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
I watched
We
it.
did-
It was on Apple TV Plus. So
Oh,
I watched
Oh,
probably
that
just the one where Charlie Brown has to do his Thanksgiving dinner.
which is good. I like it.
Yeah.
But and then we also watched the Giant Claw that day because it's the best giant bird movie I can think of at the time. That isn't Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving was the best.
We did watch it. But anyway, you were saying, Parker. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's cool. I got a very long list. Especially I won't mention the movies we've covered on the show because of course I watched them over the month. Started off the month with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which is of course the sequel to Into the Spider-Verse, and it is just as good in my opinion to the first one. So definitely
Yeah,
check
we
that
still
out.
haven't
It's
seen it
on Netflix currently.
Okay.
Then I checked out Dylan's New Nightmare, which is a short film based on Dylan, the character Dylan from Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which is the final Freddy Krueger movie before Freddy vs. Jason.
Yes.
And Dylan, of course, is played by oh god, what the heck is his name? Miko Hughes, who we've talked about on the show because he was in Spawn.
Oh, okay.
He was a young kid.
Okay. Was
he was
the
also
kid?
in Pet Cemetery. He was Gage in Pet Cemetery, and he was in
Okay.
Kindergarten Cop. Yeah, we all know who he was in Kindergarten Cop, right?
No, I don't. I've
Boys have
seen very little
penises,
of them.
girls have vaginas.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's true facts.
Gotta go for now. Glad to see y'all have still streaming. Have a good one. Hey, thank you, Raju Kaju Productions, for being here. We appreciate you, and have a great night.
Yeah, if you want to hear more of us, just listen to our podcast.
So, Dylan's New Nightmare is a sequel to A New Nightmare, where it's Dylan all grown up and he's experiencing like Freddy Krueger situations again. And it was made by the same production company that did the Never Hike Alone shorts for Friday the 13th.
Nice.
And Never Walk. Was it Never Hike Alone and Never Walk in the Snow or something like that?
Yeah, it's Never Hike Alone, Never Hike Alone in the Snow, and then Never Hike Alone 2 is supposed to be coming out soon.
I know it.
I've never
it's
seen any of them.
Never Hike Alone 2 is already out because Dead Meat's newest kill count, which came out today, was on Never Hike Alone 2. So.
Oh, well, good to know. It shows you what I know.
I checked out A Haunting in Venice, which was the new I can't remember Hercule Poirot story, the Agatha Christie stuff.
Yeah.
I had no interest in watching like Murder on the Orient Express or Death on the Nile because I just don't care. But this one seemed a little bit more interesting because I saw the trailer and it intrigued me, and I was like, okay, it's a haunting type movie. And I watched it and wasn't a big fan. Did not enjoy it.
Okay.
I feel like there was should have been a lot more scares, and it just turned into another murder mystery. Whatever.
It's par for the course for those. My grandmother and my mom always liked the Perot films, the older ones especially. So, like, once they mentioned Perot, I was like, I know who that is.
Yeah. I was able to watch Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. It is so long. Listen, I love the Mission Impossible franchise. Hopefully we'll cover it on the show someday because I really enjoy that franchise. It's so long. It's so long. I still enjoyed it. Oh, it's like almost 3 hours. I really liked it though, but it definitely could have been shaved down by like 20 minutes at least.
What was the one with? Do you remember which Mission Impossible movie had Henry Cavill in it?
It was the one prior, Fallout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one is like one of my favorites.
I need to watch that.
I
just want to see it
because really good in it. I mean,
that's what I've heard.
He does like the fucking cock arm.
He cocks his arms.
Yeah, he's fucking insane,
so,
man.
One of the gun tubers I watched, he actually went on to do a boxing match, and he actually did that in his fucking fight. It was hilarious.
That's great. I rewatched Godzilla King of the Monsters because they put all the MonsterVerse movies on Netflix, and I was just kind of needed something to watch, and I just threw on Netflix and got King of the Monsters was there, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch it. And god damn, I think we need to do what would you call it? Will we re-record?
Revisit?
Yeah, revisit. There you go. We should revisit that episode and just do a whole new thing on it because I think that's my favorite of the MonsterVerse movies.
I agree. I think we can do it and not do it in 3 hours or however long it fucking was.
Well, yeah. I mean, people can listen to the original episode. We can kind of do a quick hour-and-a-half run through.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. If you want the the whole thing,
yeah.
Like a condensed version.
The abridged version.
Yeah, absolutely. Like my dad actually. Funny thing is, I didn't realize my dad hadn't seen that. My dad's not. He's not the most. He's kind of not big with technology and stuff like that. And he's like, "Hey, I finally got around to watching King of the Monsters," and that explains why. Because he lives with his sister back home, and she has Netflix, so.
I saw Equalizer 3 back in October. I enjoyed how much Denzel Washington. I want to read the rest of the message. Oh, that Denzel can't disappoint. Of course, Denzel Washington never disappoints. I still need to see it. To be honest, I don't even think I've seen the entire second one. I've seen it in like bits in pieces. I've seen the ending of it. But yeah, I definitely need to check out Equalizer.
I've never seen any of it.
I watched Matrix Revolutions, which is the third Matrix movie, because I was on Cinema Trip Reviews to talk about it.
There you go.
It's listen to that episode, but spoiler alert, the movie is just not good. This is not good.
So, was it a good idea to stop at the second one like I did?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I still am going to watch the fourth one, even though Wyatt told me that I shouldn't. But that piques my interest. It makes me want to watch it more when someone tells me it's not good. And to be honest, a lot of people have said it's not good, but I have to go through that pain. You know? Speaking of shows, I checked out The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix. It is fantastic.
It's so good.
Mike Flanagan, another absolute banger. It's so good.
I loved it.
I would love
faster than Walt Flanagan's dog. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would love to cover the movie, the Vincent Price movie, which is just called The House of Usher.
Yeah.
So that would be cool. I had the idea of covering the show on Slice of TV, but to be honest, I've had zero desire to do Slice of TV episodes. So my apologies.
That one was worth the watch if you haven't watched it.
How many episodes was it?
10.
It wasn't many.
Yeah, I'd be down.
I think so. I think. Hang on, I'll look it up.
I'll be down if you guys like. I'm down for covering more Vincent Price if you guys want to do that.
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be fucking awesome.
We could do like a Vincent Price month.
It was 8 episodes.
That would be sweet, dude. Gotta do the fucking Tingler, dude.
But I loved it a lot because I love Bruce Greenwood.
Yes, he's great.
He is.
He looks familiar.
He's in the show I watch. Oh, he's Dr. Bell.
I don't know. He's been in so many things. Many things. Carla Gugino, or
Resident.
I think it's Gugino.
No.
She's my favorite. She's so good at that show. She is the catalyst of that show. Everybody, though, is great. I love Kate Siegel, who is in everything of his. She's a great actress. She's also married to Mike Flanagan.
Okay, well.
But no, she's great. You got to watch the movie Hush, and that movie will show you how great of an actress she is, because she doesn't speak at all.
I want to watch that one,
and it's very good. The fourth Matrix was made to promote HBO Max. I could see that. I checked out No Hard Feelings, the new Jennifer Lawrence comedy. I don't watch a lot of comedies, I feel. And so me and my wife needed something to watch. We threw that on, and it was hilarious.
Is that the Let Me Touch Your Wiener?
That was the one where there's a scene where she literally beats the shit out of somebody butt-ass naked.
Dara is our daughter. So she beat somebody butt-ass naked?
Yeah.
Or she was naked?
She was naked, and she
That's
punches
random.
somebody in the face. It wasn't really
That's
random. You have to see the movie for the context, but
okay,
it was funny. It's on Netflix right now. I checked out Slaughterhouse. It's on Hulu.
Oh,
about the
I
killer
told you
sloth.
we needed to watch that.
Damn
It's
it. Okay.
ridiculous, but you know what? It was entertaining for the hour and a half.
That's all that matters.
Justin told us we needed to watch it.
That's exactly how I feel about The Giant Claw. It's a ridiculous fucking movie, but I love it, and I love Jeff Morrow.
I have been slowly, as I've been getting farther along in the franchise, been checking out going through the Puppet Master franchise, and I watched the 11th entry, Puppet Master Axis Termination, and boy, they just don't get better. I heard the one that came out after this one is good, so I'm looking forward to checking that one out, and I will push my way through the rest of the franchise. But the 11th entry, just not it. The 10th entry, not it. The originals,
Puppet Master, Land Before Time.
It literally, that is what the Puppet Master franchise turned into. It's just, it's rough.
What's the one? Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry, go ahead.
What's the one with Charnetsky?
Oh no, that's Demonic Toys.
So separate. That's not affiliated.
It's made by Full Moon Productions, and there's actually a Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys movie, which I have seen, and it's not great.
I imagine not.
I have not checked out Eli Roth Thanksgiving. I haven't either. We haven't either. I was gonna go see it in theaters, and to be honest, I just haven't had the time to go. I really haven't had the want to go either. I am going to see Godzilla. -1 because we will be covering it on the show. And I've been really excited to check out a Godzilla movie in theaters because I don't think I've seen one in theaters since. Did I see King of the Monsters? I might have seen King of the Monsters. I don't remember, to be honest. It's been a while.
I will say, I was offered a chance. Dustin's like, hey, listen to this from Flicks and Friends. He's like, hey, listen to this early episode or whatever of one of their shows. And it was Thanksgiving. And I was like, I don't want to, because I know we're going to cover it, and I didn't want to know anything about it. So I was like, I just want to go in blind and watch it.
Yeah.
So just to make it more exciting for us when we cover it. So
I checked out the Sylvester Stallone documentary on Netflix. That was pretty good. I thought it was well done. Of course, it's from the point of view of Sly himself, so the information might be, more benefiting him than most people.
So you're telling me it's slightly biased?
Maybe, but I still really enjoyed it. I liked seeing them, kind of his journey through the Rocky films and Rambo, and how his career was pretty much shaped by three characters: Rocky, Rambo, and whoever his character was in the Expendables. That was kind of the arc of his career, and then kind of him doing other things in the middle that just didn't pan out for him.
Does he talk about Demolition Man?
He doesn't.
Fuck, dude, that just sucks. Don't even.
Yeah, I don't. He might have mentioned it, or they show a clip from Demolition Man. I think kind of in the span of when it wasn't a Rocky or Rambo movie. These are what he was trying to do. It was talking about how he tried to get into comedic movies like Schwarzenegger did, but it didn't really work out for him as well. Stuff like that.
He did Tango and Cash, didn't he?
He did.
Or was that a different movie?
Oh, he did.
And then he did Over the Top. That was the arm wrestling movie.
Dude, I've talked about that on a podcast a long time ago.
My cousin loves that. He loves those movies, and I'm a big fan of Demolition Man. My mom bought me on Blu-ray a few years ago. I fucking love Demolition Man.
I was on the Strikeout Beer podcast. It's been a while, but we talked. Yeah, of course, it's a sports podcast, but they did a kind of a quick movie review at the end. They're like, "Hey, watch Over the Top," and I was like, "All right." So I remember watching on Tubi at work on my phone. I was like, "What is this movie?"
Dude, I want to see it so bad. It's is he like a truck driver that does arm wrestling?
Arm wrestling competitions with his estranged child.
Yeah.
It's
do
wild.
What you gotta do.
Well, actually, I do have a movie I want to watch because you're a fan of a popular franchise, Bad Boys. Yeah. I want to at some point cover the older Bad Boys movie.
Oh, with Sean Penn.
Yes, I fucking love that movie. Mr. Krabs is in it. Clancy Brown is in it. That's the first role I've ever seen him in.
Actually, speaking of Clancy Brown, he was in the next movie that I watched, John Wick Chapter 4.
Really?
Who's
he playing that?
He plays he's like a mediator for the organization that's going after John Wick. Because it's the fourth film, and John Wick is kind of because people are just constantly after this man. It's a wild 2.5 hour movie that's just non-stop action. And the John Wick franchise is probably one of my favorite action franchises. It's just so good. It's fair. It feels like a video game at times. The way there's camera angles that are top view, and Keanu Reeves is just getting destroyed, but he's also just giving it to everybody. It's fantastic. But yeah, Clancy Brown, he's always fun to see in movies.
Yes, he is.
Because he can play anybody. Yep. And of course, he was the villain in the new iteration of Dexter that me and Angela covered.
Mm-hmm.
We watched Hellboy, of course, because we covered that with Flicks and Friends podcast. So make sure to check that out. I checked out Blue Beetle. That's on Max right now.
How's that?
It's actually really good. I actually enjoyed it a lot.
Good old Jaime Reyes, baby.
The thing is I really enjoyed the family aspect of the movie. I feel like the family just felt like a real family, and they all it's not just him versus the bad guy. It's him and his family versus the bad guy. I really enjoyed it. It's probably one of my favorite DC movies.
if you ever get a wild hair, this is for anybody listening or watching or listening. If you ever get a wild hair up your ass and you want to, I have the whole run of the first Jaime Reyes when he took Blue Beetle over, which technically it's the same named character, but powers are different from Ted Kord, Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Because it was, there was Ted Kord and there was a guy before him, was Dan something. But anyway, not important. But I had that whole first run in the comic books is really freaking good.
The last time you were over here, you turned off everything.
Bye, child.
He's like, watch this. I got this.
Hey, buddy.
No. He said, coming to see you, Dad.
And then the last thing I watched before the last movie that we covered on the show was the documentary on Barry Sanders.
Oh.
It's on Amazon. It's called Bye Bye Barry. Yeah, that is.
That's football.
That was my November.
Barry Sanders football.
All right, so yeah, that was my what did I watch or what we watched. That wasn't part of the show. Now let's talk about what we did cover on the show. November, we had 5 episodes.
It's a good movie.
Starting with go to our list here. The first thing that we released, of course, was the second part of our Halloween coverage that came out on November 3rd. That was a lot of fun, of course. I was covering probably the lesser liked parts of the Halloween franchise, with the 2 Rob Zombie movies and the David Gordon Green movies, which 2018 though, still one of my favorites. Then we talked about Five Nights at Freddy's on our last live show, and that one is the clear winner of the month. That one surprised me at how many people listened to that episode. So thank you to everybody who enjoyed. Hopefully you enjoyed our opinions on that movie. That movie is very divisive amongst everybody. You had a lot of people who didn't like it or hated it, and you had people who loved it or liked it, and we kind of were all over the place with it. So it was a lot of fun to talk about, and definitely looking forward to doing more Fresh Cuts in the future.
Well, the sequel to that, they already announced they're going to start filming the sequel next year. So.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Then we hung out with Boomer and Gabby from Podcast in the Woods, talked about Hell House LLC, our first found footage episode. That was a lot of fun. Of course, having Boomer and Gabby is just a delight. They are just wonderful. They're wonderful people who have a wonderful podcast. So make sure to go check out Podcast in the Woods.
Please.
Then we had another guest. We had Antonio, the host of the Cult-Worthy Cinema Podcast and The MILF and Me. We covered we covered The Exorcist for its 50th anniversary. That was a different type of episode for us. I feel like that was more of an informational episode. There was a lot of facts and info thrown in that, more than I think we ever put in any of our other episodes. And a credit to Antonio, who's just a very, very intelligent person who brought a lot of great information to the table. I mean, a lot of information people already knew about the movie, but also some stuff that maybe people didn't know about the movie, or just never really looked into. So great guy. Make sure to go check out the Cult-Worthy Cinema Podcast and The MILF and Me.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun to talk to.
Yes,
he was, and I did probably make an ass of myself as usual, but I tried to play it more straight-laced because I thought the movie was fascinating. Of course, you just gotta check the episode, but there was a lot to talk about with him, especially being kind of like that intellectual type, which is great. Mixed, it's different from, not different, but it's just nice to have all these different opinions and different outlooks on films. So it was a good time.
Now, as I mentioned to Parker on Twitter X today, I saw Godzilla -1. What an absolute tearjerker, great character-driven and story, and Godzilla was fantastic. I can't wait.
Yep.
I can't wait. I'm hoping to see it
I've seen-
tomorrow, but I can't guarantee that's gonna happen.
Make it happen.
Godzilla shirt.
We're gonna go see it tomorrow. We're gonna go at the 1 o'clock or 12:30 showing. We're gonna go as early as we can in the day so we can get back.
Very nice.
And I just want to see it because it just this week the set latter half of this week has just been busy as shit. And we didn't have time to go see it early. So
Yeah, I'm definitely going to see it. It's definitely going to be. I just got to figure out when. We released our first official public out of the Tubi episode where we talked about 2020's The Last Thanksgiving, which was a micro-budgeted indie film on Tubi, and a lot of different opinions on that one. So make sure to go check out that episode.
it has gravy in it.
Yeah, it sure does. And another series that I'm very excited to continue to do. It's probably going to be a monthly thing, just based on all the other shows that we're doing. I can't really see I don't really want to put too much on our plate. So if we can at least get one out a month, then I feel it's a success. So make sure to go check out our Out of the Tubi show, which is strictly movies that you will find on Tubi. As at least when we watched them, they were on Tubi. So then we did Blood Rage last week for Thanksgiving because
yeah, we did.
Yes, it had to be done. And of course, I loved it so much, I had to buy the awesome Arrow Blu-ray. And yeah, a lot of fun. What a fun movie. It's just so much fun. It's so ridiculous. And then today... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, I know what we should strive for next year.
What's up?
Because he's come across my Twitter feed a few times. I'm just throwing this out there. It's probably never going to happen. We should get the director of Thanksgiving and have him on to talk about the movie. He's popped up on my Twitter feed twice. No, 3 times. Right around Thanksgiving. I don't know either. I don't know. He did a movie I actually recognized that wasn't Thanksgiving, and he actually liked a few of my tweets that I made. We were talking about.
It was a pretty good interaction.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I don't know if he'd do it, but I figured, why not?
We can always try. That'll be a save for our Out of the Tubi for next November. We'll cover. We're gonna cover both of them at the same time.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's
That'd be awesome.
And people will go, "Where's Thanksgiving 2?"
Nobody's found it yet.
Nope. Nobody has. And then, of course, today is Friday, meaning it is our release day. And we released technically, I'm going to call it our last episode of November, even though it is December 1st. We released hopefully, our last Conjuring Universe movie for a while. We need a break from this franchise where we released our episode on The Nun 2, which came out on Max a couple months ago. And we told you guys in our Conjuring Devil Made Me Do It episode that when The Nun 2 drops on a streaming service, we will cover it, and it did. And so there you go, you got our Nun 2 episode. So not a lot of info on that one. There wasn't a lot of facts in that episode, but we definitely went in there and we dissected the shit out of that plot.
Yes, we did.
Make sure to go check out our The Nun 2 episode, which is available right now. We just released today. Now that we've talked about November, let's talk about the episodes we're going to be doing in December. So we've already recorded 2 episodes for December for our holiday favorites. Next week, next Friday, December 8th, you will be getting Angela's pick, which is 1974's The Year Without a Santa Claus, which is probably one of our shortest episodes we've recorded in about a year and a half, 2 years. So
we're trying.
I mean, to be honest, it's a 41-minute movie, so the fact that we got it at least to be an hour is pretty impressive. So that'll be next.
To talk about.
There was. So next week, The Year Without a Santa Claus. Then on December 15th will be Dan's pick, which we have already recorded. We will be doing Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is a movie that I don't remember if I've ever seen before. So it's an interesting it was a lot of fun to talk about. It's a fun movie, and I'm looking forward to everybody getting to hear that episode.
Yeah, keep the trend alive. Lowest downloaded of the month. Come on, guys.
I don't know. It's Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's a popular movie in the horror circles. So I could see that episode maybe being one of our top performing. But you never know. It's wild. It's wild how the podcasting world works and what people listen to and what people don't listen to. So you never know. It's
I went out. Good.
This is what podcasting is like.
Yeah, I went outside my comfort zone on this one. I was like, maybe something a little more well-known this time instead of obscure shit.
Hey, you know what? Next year, we're going to be bringing a lot of... I want to bring more obscure stuff. Not like super crazy obscure, but we can bring some obscure to the table, you know? As for other movies that are out, we got John Woo back again with Silent Night. I saw that, the Joel Kinnaman one. I don't think I will see that in theaters. That is definitely one I will wait until it drops on a streaming service because I just don't care. I like Joel Kinnaman, and I, of course, love John Woo. I don't know. I just don't have the time to go to the movies all the time. Like, I'm going to see Godzilla, and then I don't know the next time I'm going to a theater. So,
same.
It's just how it is. I got a lot of shit going on. And that's why we talk about movies that have been out for a while. Mostly. This weekend, we're going to have another guest, and a returning guest, as we're going to be talking about my pick for the month, and it was a hard one, but the reason I made the decision that I did was because our guest covered the video game on his YouTube channel, and I said, you know what? I'm going to ask this person to come on the show to talk about the movie. So on Sunday, we're going to be having the official Joey C back on the show to talk about 2006's The Polar Express. I'm very excited. Very excited.
I just can't imagine what that game is like. Like, I'm just sitting here like The Polar Express.
If you want to know, go to youtube.com/the official Joey C and then find his Polar Express.
Are we just gonna have Joey come on for just keep the trend of just various holiday films since it was Ernest Scared Stupid?
Yep.
Okay.
Why not? I told Joey.
I'm down with it.
Because him and Tony, you know, Tony is like fighting not to have him on the show anymore. I said, Joey, you can come on our show anytime. So,
absolutely.
Joey's always welcome. So yeah, we're gonna be covering The Polar Express. I got a lot to talk about with that movie because that is a hugely popular holiday movie, but it's more the question, has that movie aged well? And that's what I feel mostly we're going to be talking about when we talk about that movie. And then the end of the month is kind of a mystery because we might have a guest. So I'm just waiting for some information from the guest, and then we can announce what the movie is. So at this moment, I don't know what the final episode of the year is going to be. So hopefully in the next like week or earlier, we'll have the information to share, or if we have to reschedule and pick something else, and you guys will know what's going on. Of course, we always post on X and all the social medias, Instagram, Threads, all that. Whatever movie we're going to be covering, I usually post it about a day or two before we're recording to get your guys' thoughts on the movie. So you guys will know a couple weeks before the episode even comes out what we're doing. So yeah, that's December. So that is the end of 2023.
Oh, we're going to talk about what our Tubi's going to be for this month, or are we going to wait?
Oh, yeah. We can talk about that. We will be covering, what is it, Santa Claus versus the Martians?
Yeah.
Or Santa Claus conquers the Martians? Or is it
Something
versus
like
the Martians? Yeah. The reason we picked it is because in our last Out of the Tubi episode on the last Thanksgiving, there's a scene where one of the characters is showing that movie in the theater that he works at. So I said, you know, that would be a fun movie to cover. So that, since it's a Christmas movie, why not? So we are going to be covering Santa Claus versus or conquers the Martians, which is on Tubi. There's like 3 different versions of the movie on Tubi right now. And so that'll be our Out of the Tubi episode for December. So that is all of our December stuff, at least of what I know. So now we're going to talk about January. I know seems like a little bit far away to talk about January, but we're going to talk about it anyways. We might do a live stream at the end of December, but that's kind of up in the air because after we record our last episode of the year, we're going to be taking our first break. Since May or April, whatever we recorded our first episode back in 2021, we have recorded every week for the last over 2.5 years now. And it's time. It's not going to be a huge one. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll only be about a month. I'm hoping. I think a month will do me good to recharge and kind of get everything in order. I'm hoping in that month I can get my actual recording area that I want to be in finished, and I can get moved over there, and I can get things situated. Just, a lot to do, and trying to get those things done and trying to work on the podcast has been very difficult. And also, I've just put a lot of stuff on my plate, and it's stressing me out, and I don't want to be stressed out doing this because this is kind of it's a hobby. This is something that's fun. This is something that I just like doing. It's not about making money off of this. It's not about, yes, we do make a little bit of money off the show based on our Patreon, but that's, we don't require that. We don't ask, if you want to become a patron, that's your choice. I'm not going to beg for people to become patrons. But this is a show that I started because I wanted to talk about movies, and I wanted to share my passion with movies with, the world, or, whoever wanted to listen. And so when it starts getting to be a chore, I feel like you have to take a step back and kind of figure shit out. And so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be taking a step back, and we're going to be recharging. We're going to be coming up with some ideas. We're going to be doing some planning. Kind of in the meantime, we'll probably be getting together to talk about like what we're going to be, doing in 2024. Between the movies we're going to be talking about, and just ideas and what we want to do to kind of, put maybe a little bit more life into the show. And we definitely want to include the audience a lot more. I feel like we don't do that very well. I would love to get like the audience involved in the show more with like maybe movie selections, or doing polls to have you guys choose what we cover for certain things and stuff like that, or extra content or whatever it is. So a lot of ideas on the table, and trying to do all that and trying to still produce the show is just really hard. It's really hard between just life and work and kids and just life. It's difficult. So I feel it's just going to be good to take that break finally. It's been a long time. Been a long time coming. But my plan is, though, for January is we have some out of the Tubi episodes that we recorded for Patreon, because it was originally a Patreon exclusive show. So we have some out of the Tubi episodes that are already recorded. They're already uploaded. They're already like ready to go. So I don't have to do any editing or anything to them. So what I think I'm going to do is probably just maybe I'll release a couple of them in January to give you guys something to listen to if you want something new from us. But my biggest thing, I think, while we're away is go back and just start listening, start catching up, start from the beginning of the show and go through and just, I think it's always fun to see what people's thoughts are on the show early on, and to see how we've evolved over the last 2.5 years. Because like those early shows, they were all done live on Twitch. I didn't do a lot of editing on them. It was, to be honest, it was kind of a little bit more freeing because I feel like I didn't have as much to do. And a little bit of me wants to like go back to that in a way. Kind of go, maybe we'll do some live episodes. I think that would be a lot of fun, doing what we do normally, recording and going back and doing some live, maybe not every episode, but maybe we could do our normal episodes, and then you guys get to choose a movie we cover live, and we do a live show doing a live episode on whatever.
Well, I was gonna say, even if we've been doing this so long at this point, I feel we've got a good flow with how we do this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't feel there's as many stutters or stops or whatever. We could just kind of roll with it. Outside of course, occasionally our life bleeding in, usually our kids or something interrupts. But for the most part, I don't feel there's a whole lot. Yeah, I think people would be fine if you just dial back the editing a little bit, I think we could make it pretty tight.
Yeah.
To save you from having to do too much.
Yeah, because the thing about this show that I have just accepted is the fact is, like, we're not going to be one of those podcasts that, you know, puts a lot of, like, and this isn't an attack on podcasts that do this. I'm not like we're not going to be like those guys. No, I'm just saying, like, we're not going to be a podcast that, like, I used to put in clips from the movies. I used to do a lot of unnecessary, for me, editing that just took up so much time. And to be honest, this show is mostly about the conversation. It's about talking about the movies that we're discussing, you know, whatever the movie is of the day. It's just about our conversation. You know, I definitely have to change up how I do the show, especially because of course we go through the plots, and sometimes I get a little bit too intricate with the plot breakdowns, so episodes may go on a little longer, and, you know, yes, a lot of it may be my fault. You know, trying to
rant.
Yeah, there's and that's the thing is, I've listened to older episodes of ours, and we have episodes that are hour 15, hour and 20, and there are rants, there are side tangents, but we were still able to get a moderately good size episode. And not that those really long episodes aren't a blast. I mean, the 2 episodes that Darren was on, the Nostalgia Cast,
yep.
you know, for Jurassic Park Dominion, or Jurassic World Dominion, and Conjuring 3, they were 3 hours each. Loved every minute of those episodes because talking to Darren is a blast. Every time we have a guest, the episodes run long, and I don't care because I enjoy having these guests on and getting to talk about whatever movie, or just getting to just talk in general. I think it's great to just have conversations about movies either we love or we maybe don't like. It's great to do those things. And that was the core idea of the show when we started. Was
yeah, I mean, plus
have the
go ahead,
conversation. No, it's just.
But
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna build on what you said, because like even like you said, those longer episodes, the best part about them is like I said, I know they run long, and I know that's not for everybody. Like not everybody likes longer episodes, but like the conversation it always feels natural. Like if you could keep it going that long, like I'm not good at like forcing out a conversation. I'm really shitty at it, but like the fact that more episodes can go that long, I feel is a good thing as far as I'm concerned, because we're having that engaging and flowing conversation. And sometimes, obviously, it's not always on subject. It's just how shit goes. But I like them. I know it's not for everybody, and I know it's not good for, you know, the editing process. And I'd prefer to keep them short, but every once in a while, I like them.
Sinful Princess, hello.
Hello, ma'am.
It's all about having a good time reviewing movies. Absolutely, Fiore. Absolutely. You know, we take a lot of, you know, throughout the years, I've taken a lot of inspiration from podcasts that I respect. You know, Movie Dumpster is one of the ones that is a huge inspiration for this show. You know, I feel like we've taken some of their values and put it into our show. I think I like taking, you know, like seeing what other shows are doing and kind of not stealing their ideas, but kind of incorporating some of the ideals to the show and kind of making it our own. You know, we talk about, you know, Tony, I Hack the Movies, and you know, Dune Generation, and Flicks and Friends, and, you know, all these amazing podcasts, Cinema Trip Reviews, and kind of seeing what they're doing, and just knowing that you guys inspire us to keep doing with these shows, and especially everyone who listens to the show. You know, people who literally will even if you don't listen, if you just share the show on X or on Instagram or whatever, just hitting a like is makes me happy. So it's you know, I just want to still have the love for doing the show, and I do as of right now, and I don't want to lose that feeling. So taking a break and kind of sitting back and, you know, seeing where we're going to go next with the show. We're not going to rebrand. We're not going to, you know, change up the format or do anything. We just want to make sure we're giving you guys a fun show. You know, I'm not going to say it's going to be the best. It's not going to be like the highest quality production. You know, that's not what the show is. And, you know, maybe someday down the road we'll have better audio quality, or, you know, we'll sound a little bit better. But overall, we're still going to be 3 knuckleheads talking about movies. So.
Yeah, we're thinking about after Christmas we're gonna pick up a better mic is our plan.
But
just for
I'll send you I found one on Amazon that I actually might snag myself, so I'll send you a link to it if you guys. It's inexpensive, so
Please. I was gonna say, built on what you said, as far as interaction goes, is I know a lot of you hear it. I think you hear it so much in various podcasts and watching YouTube and any of that content about likes and so on and so forth. Like, give us a like, whatever. Like, for me on social media, for those of you that have interacted with me on social media, I'm not always like, I do really well, with y'all when we have guests and stuff on, but I'm not the best at interacting on social media. So I'm a like and retweet kind of person or share kind of person. So like, even if you just do that, you don't have to say anything. Like, you can just like or retweet, even just say like it's just literally just boop, and then like that does help us out. Yep. And like I said, I'm just not that kind of person. Like, I was actually talking to one of our people, Johnny, was talking about, he said something about like interactions online. Like, dude, I'm the same way. Like, I'm just a like retweet person. Unless I really have something to say, I'm probably not going to say anything. I'm just going to like retweet. So.
Okay. That's how you are. I mean, I try to being kind of the person controlling the socials for the show. I try to interact more with people, just to kind of, for one, I like talking to people who also have the same interests as me. It's great to have those common threads. But yeah, it's also to try to spread the show out. If I'm commenting on a post, not as me, but as the show, maybe somebody will see that and be like, oh, let me just click on this profile and see this. Oh, it's a podcast. So, maybe they'll check it out. It's one of those things you're just like, maybe somebody new will come in and listen to the show. That's, I think, the ultimate goal is, of course, we want to make sure that all of the listeners and all the wonderful people out there who support the show continue to support the show. We continue to give you guys a great time, and but also it's our goal to bring in more people. We want to bring in more of an audience. We want more interaction with the people who listen. We want. I think it's one of those things where you listen to some podcasts and there's like, hey, we got an email today from a fan, or we got a DM from a fan. And it's like, I want that someday.
No, that's
just check our email. I don't even check our email. Like,
don't worry, I check our
email. I meant ours.
Well, that's the
I'm
thing,
talking about
though,
the shows.
Yeah, but see, that was even talking about that. I was about to say something about that. Like obviously it's not that big a deal, and we're all just people at the end of the day. But if you're interacting with a thing you enjoy, a podcast, a video game, a creator, whatever, and they reply or like your comment, I mean that's a big deal to me as a fan of said thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I try to like if people comment on our stuff and I see it, I try to reply if I have something to add that you haven't already addressed. Like, I don't feel the redundancy is important for me, but anyway, it's nice. It's good to get that feeling as a fan when somebody's like, hey, I like,
Yeah. I think the thing that makes me very confident that we're going to be coming back when we want to come back is because as I stated earlier, I still love doing this show. I love one of my favorite parts is getting to talk to you two about whatever fucking movie we're talking about. Like, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. I think that my favorite part is logging onto my computer and talking to you guys about whatever we're talking about. So I think that's what drives me back to doing this is getting to talk to you guys and getting to put out the episodes and getting those responses like, hey, fun episode. Like today we released the Nun episode and I was getting comments from Charles, who always shares our episodes and always listens to our episodes. So Charles, you're awesome. But kind of giving us some information of like religious information, like, because clearly we're idiots talking about stuff we probably didn't know much about, and he was giving us some info, and I like that. Like, listen, I have no problem admitting that I'm not the most intelligent person, and I don't do a shit ton of research about whatever subject it is, because mostly our job is to just go through the plot and then kind of just dissect it in our own comedic way. That's kind of, I feel like as I've always said, I feel like the name of our show is way, is it what a misconception to what we actually do. Like the name of our show is Dissect That Film, and a lot of people when they say, "Oh, film," it's like it's so fancy. Film. I watch a film. It's like yeah, but then you listen to our show and you're just like, the fuck are, like, what the hell?
Why is this dude talking about his dick vein? What does this have anything to do with this movie?
Like there's times where I'm like, maybe we should like reevaluate what the name of our show is, and it's like,
no.
I like the fact that we're
I
like the fact that we're maybe draw some people in, and it's just kind of can put a laugh on, can make them chuckle. They could be like, I was coming in expecting some like deep thought on this movie, and then I was listening to you guys, and it's just like I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. Like that's what I like to hear.
I like that our show, like the title of our show, I never really thought about it. They're like how ironic the name of our show is. It's fucking wonderful.
It's fantastic.
But it works. It's great though. Like Dissect that film. Like it's got a good. I feel it's got a good pop to it. But people are like, I'm gonna listen. These guys probably know what the fuck they're talking about. Like these guys don't know what they're talking about.
No, they do not know what they're talking about. Is that guy reading Wikipedia? Like, is he getting his info from Wikipedia?
Listen, research it more if you fucking want to, all right?
Exactly.
We are like the Wikipedia of podcasts.
We are. It's funny because it's like, how many movie podcasts are out there right now? Like thousands. All of them. Thousands.
So many.
There's so many movie podcasts out, and we try not to be like everybody else. I mean, we are 100% like other podcasts. There are other podcasts out there. There's other podcasts that I listen to that are very similar to us. But I think it's more the personalities behind those shows. So it's not even the fact that like, oh, you do the same things. No. Yeah, we might do the same sort of things. Like, yeah, we might all go through, breaking the plots down. But me, Dan, and Angela's personalities aren't maybe the same as, I'll say like, the guys over at Give Me Back My Action/Horror Movies. Like, maybe some of us are similar, but we're all different. And all of our perceptions of movies or whatever are maybe different. And to be honest, again, it's a lot of fun when all those minds come together and it just turns into absolute chaos. And I think that's the whole point of the show is how much chaos can we create by talking about a movie. Yeah. So
I'm gonna guess can we fit on this small podcast? This is gonna be great.
It's so fun.
Sinful makes a point though.
It's cozy listening to y'all, like just chilling with friends. That's the goal. That's kind of the point of the show it's just us sitting down having a conversation. Yes, I might read my notes based on the plots because that's what we do, but mostly it's just a conversation. We add our own little commentary to whatever we're doing.
Yeah, let's just.
Sometimes you need to jog your memory, and notes help.
Yeah, grab your drink of choice. Doesn't have to be alcoholic. Whatever you enjoy, coffee, whatever, and just hang out with us. And let's talk about movies.
8:30 at night. I'd never go to bed.
What movies are we wanting, willing, hyped to see in 2024?
I'm just saying for me.
All the ones you just mentioned. Godzilla X Kong. Very excited for that. I like the fact that it's going to be a Godzilla Kong like team up movie, facing off against like a superior Kong. From what I've seen,
people have started calling him Scar King.
Yeah, it looks cool.
That picture that was posted.
You remember the Kong Skull Island, the bloody handprint?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's allegedly from him, not from Kong. Allegedly.
They kind of reused it. Have you seen the poster?
The posters are awesome.
It's like the character posters. Yeah.
Looks so good.
I'm excited for it. It could be shit, and I'll still enjoy it. Same. Like I was expecting it for. Like I'm not saying I wanted it to be, but like. Godzilla -1, like I don't care. It could be the worst fucking movie possible, but I'm gonna be there day one watching it because it's a Godzilla movie. Obviously, it doesn't seem to be the case, but
Parker can go watch Winnie the Pooh,
Blood Honey 2, baby.
The nougat.
Yes. I want to go watch Wicked. Damn it. Yeah, Beetlejuice 2.
Ugh.
Yes, Beetlejuice 2, of course.
Yeah, I'll go watch it by myself.
I'll go with
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. 100% sold on that because I love this iteration of Planet of the Apes. People are kind of upset. Like, it should have ended with, the end of Caesar's story. And I was like, no, it's a new story. And I'm okay with that. Keep giving me more Planet of the Apes. Deadpool 3. Come on, it's more Deadpool.
But that's got to lead Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I haven't watched any of them past the first one. The last time I watched the second one, I got accused of being a racist. That's actually a true story when I was the manager at the movie theater, but I'm not telling it today. But I always liked the first one. I never really watched all the other ones all the way through. But like, it's got to lead up to what was the original Planet of the Apes.
They just
right?
get better
You
and
have
better.
to get there.
So you need to watch Dawn and War because they, to be honest, in my opinion, I think the first one is the worst one, and it's still fantastic.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. I ain't watching Blade. If his mom doesn't try to fuck him, I ain't watching it.
I'm just looking at what's coming out. That one I didn't know about.
If try to fuck his mom, then I'm not it.
Well, remember, he didn't try to. His
mom tried to fuck him, right?
She truly was trying to rob the cradle.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I'll be watching all the MonsterVerse stuff during the holiday season. Someone who didn't see Godzilla vs. Kong. It's on Netflix right now.
Listen, I will say, Fury, I don't know if you've gone through all of our stuff. I think between 2014, even though I think 2014 is better, I think Godzilla vs. Kong is probably the worst of the MonsterVerse films. I hate to say that. Storyline wise,
go listen to our OG episodes. Like those MonsterVerse movies are our first 4 episodes of the show. So if you want to listen to some OG before we even dissect that film.
Well, plus, I mean, let's be honest. We already had a better Brody this year in giant monster-related media. That was with Gamera. Even that Brody wasn't that great.
Oh yeah, right. Fast and Furious.
I know Kung Fu Panda 4. Fuck that.
I didn't know there was anything past 2.
I still gotta see this Fast X or whatever it is.
I don't even care. I want to watch Paul Walker and Monster.
Yes,
a monster in my closet.
Fast and Furious is turning into Land Before Time as well.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I mean, how many more are they gonna make?
What else? Oh, the Furiosa trailer dropped yesterday.
I need to watch
the
that.
Prequel to Mad Max Fury Road. It's based on Charlize Theron's character Furiosa. It's got Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth. And I watched the trailer. You know what really gets you really pumped about a trailer is when they pick the perfect fucking song. They just insert the perfect song into the trailer, and you're just like, you're seeing all this crazy shit happening, but the music is just like, I can't wait for this movie. And
I'll have to listen.
So yeah, Furiosa definitely on my schedule. That's 20.
Well, what song was it?
I can't remember, but it was just really good.
Well, Parker has to watch Twisters.
Yeah, did you hear about
that? Is that next year?
Yeah.
Twisters. There better be a cow.
Somebody better say cow.
Yeah, and somebody better
another cow. No, that's.
I think it's the same cow.
You're gonna rue the day you came up against the extreme.
No.
Fashioned be late again, Jonas. Oh, dude.
Give me a kiss,
Speaking
Jonas.
of Twister, keep going. You go first. I gotta say something about Twister.
Which I can't find it. Somebody said there was going to be a Smile 2, but I can't find it.
Smile 2 is getting a sequel. Megan is getting a sequel.
The Strangers Chapter 1.
Strangers is getting a trilogy.
Kind of excited about that.
What else is coming? I mean, there's
a Transformers movie.
Oh no, actually, I think 2024 is going to be pretty weak.
Ew. This says Chris Hemsworth is going to be Optimus Prime for Transformers 1.
Wait, what?
That, right there.
There's a new Optimus Prime. Okay. I guess.
I like that.
Well,
I haven't even heard anything about it. So.
Oh, there's a Bad Boys 4.
Yeah, I knew about that.
So speaking of Twister,
yeah,
Seth, my cousin Seth, I was talking to him. He's a big movie guy. You remember the dude that plays Belzer in Twister? He's the guy in the van, the vehicle with the other girl. Says, "Oh, Oklahoma, where the wind goes." He is. I think he's up for nomination for Best Picture. He's a director now.
Really? What movie did he direct?
There you go.
I think it was maybe it's last year. It was Tar.
He directed that?
Yes, he fucking directed Tar.
What?
Dead serious, dude. Scott Field, is that his name? No, Todd Field. Todd Field, that's the fucking guy.
I gotta look this up.
He told me, I was like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Belzer, which guy's that?" He's like, "The Oklahoma guy." I was like, "What?"
There are a couple that I want. There's another Inside Out too coming.
God, no way.
I know, dude. I cannot believe I have not talked to you about this.
But then there's like the first Omen.
Yeah, I don't care.
dude. Some of those like remakes have been weird. I mean, they could be good.
That's what I'm. There's Kamen Rider 555 20th.
When's that? Whoa, what?
Yeah,
Kamen Rider
20th anniversary.
It's probably pronounced fives.
Fives.
Don't insult them for how they do stuff. It's O's was O, and it's just O's.
5S. It's easier for us people that have trouble reading.
There was an old show. It was Galaxy Express.
I don't need you to explain it.
And they used to call it Galaxy Express 39.
There's also a Doraemon and Ultraman.
Yeah, we're getting that Netflix. Yeah, the Netflix series. I'll have to watch that too. Sinful. Yeah, I'm kind of more into retro movies than I'm new ones. But yeah, I mean, I'm still excited for new shit when it comes.
Oh yeah,
there's just not a lot of it that I keep paying attention to.
There's certain remakes lately that have been really good.
I'm more interested in not remakes, but yes, I agree.
It's getting to the point where let's stop making remakes.
Man.
Like, where do we stop being, hey, I came up with a new concept. No, they're not.
At the same time, they stopped making Marvel movies.
There's a Knives Out 3.
I think the biggest thing for me when it comes to like newer movies is that I feel newer movies aren't as rewatchable as classic as like older movies, and I think that's why I don't buy as many physical copies of newer releases. For one, they're really expensive, and two, like movies just like nowadays, like they're just not rewatchable in my opinion. Like I'm probably a minority when it comes to that opinion, but I buy a lot. Like when I buy physical media, it's classic. It's movies I've seen before, like a lot.
No, I agree. I still want to buy 65. I still have not bought that on 4K. I really want to
see. That's a movie I watched, and I'm like, I don't know if I ever want to watch this again.
Yeah, it's fair. It falls into the correct. It hit a right chord with me, and I want to buy it. I enjoy it. I do want to watch it again, but I don't buy too many movies. There's another one coming up here in a minute. It's releasing. Five Nights at Freddy's comes out the 12th of this month. I plan on buying that. Not very many movies. I'm like, I'm gonna go buy that anymore.
If you don't buy that, I'm gonna buy it.
Buy it.
I would just want to buy it because I want to see it.
I do too. I want to see how they did all the practical and shit. Like I've seen some stuff, but
I've been watching a lot of Five Nights at Freddy TikTok just to see how people make their suits. Mm-hmm. Some of these people are super talented.
Oh yeah. I've been dedicated these past months watching Super Sentai and like nonstop.
Kamen Rider. So I was watching 01 with my son. Issue, and I'm not saying it all has to be this way because it's not even the same with Ultraman. My biggest issue is Kamen Rider started with Nazis, like it was super Nazis that augmented people. I'm dead fucking serious. Shocker. See, like Shocker was like all about it was Nazis. It was fucking Nazis, and then now it's just super bright colors and lighthearted like kid shit. Like not always, but like that's like the main thing, and everybody's got 80 million forms and everybody's a Kamen Rider, and I'm gonna steal fucking whatever his name, Syndrome's quote from The Incredibles: when everybody's special, then no one is. And if you make everybody a fucking Kamen Rider, it's not cool anymore. It loses its pizzazz. And that's the same with Ultraman. It's the same shit. But it doesn't seem as egregious as the Kamen Rider franchise or even the Super Sentai / Power Rangers franchise. And I'm glad people still like them. It's just for me, it's like really, that whole concept is worn thin. Like, that's why I liked Shin Kamen Rider, because it was the original and it was super gritty. And for those of you that don't know, I think he's been in all the Shin movies. Parker, are you familiar with Tetsuo the Iron Man? Have you heard of this show?
Is it a show or a movie?
Movie. It's old.
It's like an old black and white one where like the dude turns into like a metal person.
Yeah, and he's got like the metal penis
like
thing and shit.
Yeah, I've seen clips from it. I've never seen it.
The director of that is in, I think, all of the Shin movies.
Oh,
like as an actor, like he's just a random character. It's fucking wonderful. But he's in Shin Kamen Rider. Anyway, But I like those because they're more down to like the brass tacks of the series, and they try to take themselves more seriously, but continue maintaining the elements that are important. And I feel the shows are just fucking toy commercials at this point. But I'm sorry, that was a rant that didn't need to exist. But there you go.
If we get a new Ghostbusters movie next year.
Oh, that's
too.
right.
I haven't
we
even watched
do.
the trailer for it. Never watched the trailer for it.
The trailer gets me pretty much.
I need to see it. It's like, oh, I need to watch this, and I'm in to watch it with her, and then I forget.
Yeah, those are movies. Well, actually, next year will be Ghostbusters 40th anniversary, so I think we need to talk about Ghostbusters.
Oh, please.
And of course,
I
we
love
have to
Ghostbusters.
invite. I think I know.
That's a big Twinkie.
Hell yeah.
See you on the other side, Ray.
Dune Part 2. I am excited for that movie because I actually really like Dune, the first part. I saw it on, I think it dropped on HBO Max.
The spice must flow.
The spice must flow.
The spice must flow.
A really pretty looking movie.
Dane Cook just told me Dune's just about Nesquik. Like that's all.
Dune in my drink. Dune in my chocolatey drink.
I watched some of the old Dune with my mom, and that's my only exposure.
The David Lynch one.
Yes, I know nobody likes that, or they're not a fan, but whatever. That's
Dune.
It's in your chocolatey drink.
I know.
Anytime you make hot chocolate, that's Dune.
But I agree with what Tin says. There's so many wonderful book series they could turn into movies. There's so many things that instead of doing sequels, prequels, remakes, delve into book series.
But they do, and they do a shitty job with them.
They do, and they need to do better. There's so many of us book readers that would love to see certain books turned into movies and do a good job. Don't.
I mean, look at Peter Jackson. He was Icarus. He flew too close to the sun. Okay, he had 3 fantastic movies in the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, and they went, "I'm going to do it again, but with the Hobbit, based on a book that's half the size of Fellowship of the Ring." But I'm going to make 3 movies out of it, guys.
But I enjoyed. So I've read like 4 Percy Jackson books. I thought they did really good in the Percy Jackson movies.
I'm not laughing at you.
I thought they did pretty good.
Well, I watched the first one with you, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed them. I thought they were fine. Maybe I was a little distracted by Alexandra Daddario, but
I can nitpick, yeah, but I'm trying not to.
Are you excited
do
about
that.
the show?
Yes. I'm trying not to do that when I go and watch movies based on books because, after watching, I forget what it was called. I was the only one in there, and I literally yelled out in the movie. I'm like, that's not how that happened.
What was the Percy Jackson movie that opened with Fall Out Boy?
I think wasn't it the first one?
It wasn't the first one. No, it wasn't the first one.
Okay, then it was the second one because there's only 2 of them.
Yeah, it had to be the second. Because I remember, I was like, what the fuck's it open with this song for? I'm pretty sure it was the second one. But talking about book series, and I don't know why I thought of this.
Yeah, it has to be the second one.
I was thinking of the novel memes that come across my Twitter feed.
Shit.
Dinosaur erotica novel covers. Wet Hot Allosaurus Summer. Triceratops and Bottoms.
Yeah.
My favorite. Those are ones that could be movies. We're talking about big series.
Those are fantastic. That sounds
please don't make me
fantastic.
laugh too hard.
God
Dang it. Please don't make me laugh too much. I'm gonna
Lord.
cough.
Taken by the T-Rex.
Taken by the T-Rex. Oh, my hair! I'm trying!
His arms can't reach. He attempts to pull in his hair, but his arms can't reach.
I think
Yeah,
that's
sorry.
that's gonna do it for us here tonight.
It's broken, Sin. It's broken.
It's full of memes, Sin. I assure you, it's wonderful. That's a good one. We capped off the evening the same way we began.
Thank you so much,
Snickers.
everybody, for all the support over the last year, over the last 2.5 years that we've been doing this thing. We appreciate you all for just everything you do to help this show, keep going. And we look forward to a great December. And then, of course, we look forward to stepping away for a little bit and
nap time.
Taking a nap, and
Every day.
coming back, stronger than ever in 2024. So, a live stream at the end of this month is up in the air. It's kind of going to be based on how I feel, since we're technically going to be on our break by the end of the month. But if it's a live stream, it might, just us coming on and talking is probably not going to be that big of a deal. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff for this month. As you know, we're going to be doing a fresh cut on Godzilla -1. So we're going to try to get that out within the next couple of weeks. And then, we all have all of our holiday favorites episodes with some fun people. So make sure to continue to listen. Make sure to follow us on all the social medias, Twitter/X, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, Slasher. Make sure to like this video.
Yes.
And if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Free. And leave us a comment. Tell us what you love about this show. Tell us what you would like to see happen on this show. Well, we'd like to take your suggestions and, incorporate it into some things for next year. And make sure, recommend it to a friend. Say, I think you'll like this. Or maybe you should check this out. It's greatly appreciated. Make sure to go to all of our other episodes and do the same thing. Just make sure you leave a rating and review for the podcast, because more ratings and reviews that we get for the show, the more ears hopefully we'll get into. And that's what we want. We want to grow this wonderful community of movie lovers out there who like to listen to three people talk about movies. And we're just having a lot of fun with this show, and I don't want to see it end anytime soon. So,
No.
Yes.
thank you very much for everything you guys do. Parker, Dan, and Angela, as always, I love you guys. Good to see you on these live streams. See you for the next one. Fiore, we appreciate your support, brother. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time. All right, well, until next time, I am Brett Parker. That is Dan and Angela of DNA Gaming. We are Dissect That Film, and this has been another Dissect That Film Live. See y'all again next time.
Bye.